What's up, y'all? Real John King again. Another random road story. Another one about an encounter with law enforcement in Texas. This time, this is probably one of my scariest encounters, man, because I was in fear that I may have to go to jail that day. But it all turned out okay. But what happened was I was driving in Texas. I don't even remember which route I was on. I know I was staying in Alabama at the time, so I went down to Route 10 and took 10 into Texas. But I think I might have been on a northern route because I was on my way to, whoa, I might have been on my way to Waco, or I don't really remember exactly what city I was going to. I didn't work Texas a whole lot, but I did on occasions. But I usually work Dallas or like Houston, some of the bigger cities. But this particular time I was on my way, I think to, man, I want to say Waco, maybe Midland. I don't even remember. Just know I wasn't in a big city. So I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, man, on this freeway. And so I see a state trooper coming the opposite way. I look in my rearview mirror. They cut across the median, and they coming back the same way I'm going, and I'm thinking, ain't nobody out here but me, because it wasn't nobody behind me or in front of me. It was just me. So I said, they coming to pull me over. And sure enough, when they caught up, they pulled me over. Now, they did the standard thing that they do. They ask for license, driver's license. They ask for proof of insurance, proof of registration that I own the car. So after they ran my license plates, or in my driver's license, they asked me to step out of the car. So I said, okay. So I got out of the car. They had me to come around to the passenger side, because that way I was out of traffic, because the driver's side was the traffic side, and around on the other side was, I guess, safer for both them and myself. So they go, well, where are you from? I go, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. And they said that I've had the same name and fit the description of a guy from Washington, D.C. that was wanted. They had a warrant out for him. And I go, well, I'm not from Washington, D.C. I'm from Alabama. They say, well, do you have any other identification on you? I said, well, I got some credit cards and some, some bank cards. I got some gas cards, because I had some Shell and some Exxon, and I had about 3 or 4 different gas cards, because you spend a lot of money on gas out there, and having a credit card is a must, in case you don't have cash or run out of cash. Well, they checked all my gas cards and all my other forms of ID, and they go, you got any other picture form of ID? And I don't know if I had anything. I just remember giving them every damn thing I had, man. And they go, well, yeah, there's a warrant out for your arrest. We're going to have to take you in. And I go, man, look, I am not the John King y'all looking for in Washington, D.C. Is there anything else you could do? So it was 2 police officers, by the way. It was 2 of them. And they said, well, we noticed that on the report that the guy had some tattoos on his leg, on his right leg. He said, so pull your pants leg up. So, man, I pulled my pants leg up, man, and they go, well, that looks like a tattoo right there. I go, man, there ain't no tattoo, because I got no tattoos, never had a tattoo. I think I was ashy that day, so what they might have saw was some light and dark spots from where I didn't put no damn lotion on my leg. And I said, man, look, take a closer look, because this is not a tattoo. It's not a birthmark, or I don't know what y'all see. So the one guy say, he asked the other guy, what did he think? He said, well, I don't think he's the guy. And for some reason, they decided to let me go, man. I guess because they didn't have enough proof that I was the other guy, and I had enough proof to show that I was who I said that I was. So they said, well, okay, man, we're gonna let you go. And I was like, well, thank you very much. So they gave me all my identification back, man, and they let me get back in my car, man. And I tell you what, man, that was a nervous drive to my destination because all I was thinking was, man, if I get pulled over again, which is a very possibility because I had hours and hours to go before I got to the town I was going to get to. And I know that a black guy, out on the freeway in the summertime. And I remember what the other police officer said about, guy driving around during working hours. And I'm in Texas, man. I understand that you may get seriously profiled in Texas. So I'm driving nervously to this next destination. And I'm like, I hope like hell I get there before I get pulled over again because I do not want to have to go through proving who I was out there on the side of the highway with some state troopers from Texas. Well, I was able to get there without incident. But in the back of my mind, man, I was like, I got to drive back through Texas to get to where I want to go. And I do not want to go through this shit again. So just so you know, I did drive back through Texas and got back home without getting pulled over again. But I was very cautious and very nervous the whole time trying to get my ass back out of Texas. Although I will say that I worked Texas, like I say, in some other cities. But I wasn't doing a whole lot of driving around. I would either drive in, go straight to my hotel, and when I do my show, I drive my ass out of there, or I would fly in. So I did not like driving them back roads and out there in the middle of nowhere in Texas. So, all right, man, that's the end of that story. But I got some more. I got some more stories I can share with you. Take care until next time. Peace.